Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to this week's Crypto Corner. I hope you all had a wonderful week. It's been a great week, so some really good trade setups that we've had on the cryptocurrencies. We will be going through those during trade recaps. We'll do a few trade recaps of some of the setups that we traded in the week. Right, so before we go on to the analysis, if you'd like to contact us and for the course bookings and inquiries, you can check out our contact details and as per the description on all our videos here. Now we've got a Telegram channel where you can get the live webinar links for these videos. So once you register once on the link, you'll get notifications on the changes in time or the schedule. So you just have to register once and then you'll get the updates on when we host the webinar. But essentially we're hosting the webinars on Saturday afternoons at 10 p.m. South African time, which is 12 p.m. GMT. Right, so that's how we were looking at this webinar. So you can check out our website there. That is where you'll find all the details about the course and about the services that we offer, all the charts update that we do. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook page to see all our charts that we post before and after they play out. So that's how we look at that. So talking about the next course, it's going to be from the 5th of October. That is about 2 weeks away. So the course is available on video when you make a booking on the website. So that means when you make a booking, you get a fully recorded course that you can watch and then get to ask questions during the 10-day course from the 5th to the 15th of October. We'll be putting up the timestamps. Check out the timestamps. We have not done that on the Crypto Corner webinars. So we'll be doing it as of today. So you'll get exactly where the analysis of your specific pairs is, like we do with the Forex pairs here. Right, so let's get started. We'll start with the trade recaps of what we have been trading in the week in our group. Right, so we started with Ethereum. So let's have a look at how we traded Ethereum. Ethereum, we were looking for this one. This was our entry, pinpointed entry, very tight stop, and we're looking for this one as our target. And this is how Ethereum eventually played out. That was a trade that we had on Ethereum. Straight into target, painless trade, never at any point went into the stop area. As soon as it was ready, it just went down straight. It's one of those painless trade, very nice one on Ethereum. Another one that we had was on Litecoin, a very similar setup. They all usually move the same way. So this one was on Litecoin, and this is how Litecoin has played out. Pinpointed entry, tight stop, and an exact take profit area confirmed by our index special indicator. This is how Litecoin has played out. So this is how we pick these moves up. So the indicator and wave theory works on any market, whether it is the crypto market, the Forex market, indices market, any market you use wave theory combined with the special indicator, you are always going to get these setups. And lastly, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we got the move to the downside. This was before the current move to the upside that you see. Indicator showed us when to get the move. As you can see, again, the important thing about this strategy is that pinpointed entry, tight stops, and clearly defined take profit areas, which is what most people struggle with. This is how Bitcoin has played out. Right straight into target in just a couple of hours. Right, so that's how Bitcoin has played out, and that's what we looked at in the week. So the rest are the crypto analysis, the Forex pair. So if you're interested in the Forex webinars, you check out our Forex webinar on the channel. Let's get into this week's analysis. What are we expecting for this week? It's a bit tricky this week, but we will be able to catch this move. So last week I showed you higher time frames. The reason why I showed you the bigger structures is so you can understand the bigger view on the cryptocurrencies. So what are we looking at here on the daily? So we are basically just sideways. There's no confirmation for downside. We are still just going sideways. We'll be looking for this one to make a move to the downside like this. But before we get this move to the downside, we need to get this clear corrective structure to complete. So let's go to the lower time frames and see what is happening with Bitcoin and what we're looking at for the next week. So let's have a look here. So this is the setup here. We can take this one out now. It is done. As you can see, it hits the take profit area and then started reversing. Okay, let me just use the different color. Hits the take profit area and started reversing exactly there. So the indicator will tell us where to get out, and the Elliott Wave theory structures will tell us when to get out. Indicators tells us when to get in. The structure tells us where to get out. Right, so that's what we had now. Is this current structure on Bitcoin looks like we are making a flat correction here, an expanding flat correction. Looks like we're going to make a move to the downside here. As I've said, this does not look like it's ready for downside as yet. We could still be sideways for some time here before we drop. In any case, we look for the next immediate move. The next immediate move looks like it's going to be this expanding flat, and we're going to be looking for this one. Looks like the indicator is going to be showing us confirmation for that downside. So watch out for that. So the views that I'm showing you here are based on the Elliott Wave theory as well as the indicator that we use. So that is Bitcoin. What are we expecting on Ethereum? Also Ethereum, this is the setup that we had, drops around here and then reverses. Now, is this going to start reversing like Bitcoin? This looks like a 3-wave move. We may make a bit of a push to the upside, but we'll be looking for this one to come and retest this low here, expecting downside on Ethereum. Right, Litecoin, we're looking at this one to be a flat correction. So let me take this one out. This was the last week's trade. Right, so we're looking for this one to be a flat correction and then making a move to the downside. So watch out for continuation to the downside. We may get this one to just extend slightly. We're looking at a continuation pattern. It may extend here and make a structure like this before continuing to the downside. All right, that is Litecoin. And Ripple, look for the Ripple to go and retest the top here. We're on the 4-hour, we may retest this top here and then start making downside. So let's watch this as it gets to this level. For now, a bit of a pullback and then upside. So Ripple is slightly different to the rest because it's showing a bit more upside, a bit more strength to the upside. Let's see if we're going to get a continuation pattern to the upside here, then we're going to be looking to trade that. That is Ripple. Let's look at the rest of the cryptocurrencies. Now, this is Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin. Make note, it's not versus the US dollar. Make a note that. So this is coming down to this level. We may get a bounce here back to this level, but that will still be a corrective structure here on Bitcoin and looking for this one to make a move to the downside. All right, so that is a Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. Let's have a look here. It looks like it's showing a bit more upside. This is also versus Bitcoin and not against the US dollar. Satoshi Vision versus Bitcoin. So we're looking for this one to be a continuation pattern, looking for upside here. So a bit of strength on Satoshi Vision against Bitcoin. Right, so let's look at Zcash as well. Zcash is not necessarily making a bounce. This looks like a corrective structure. This will likely continue to the downside. So watch out for this one to continue to the downside. Crawls up higher. Don't really think that it may get up to this level. I think it's going to crawl out up to about 50% and then we continue to the downside. That can even make a running flat before we come down. Monero. Let's have a look at Monero. Monero is showing a bit more upside. So that upside can only be limited to about this level here. So we could be getting a structure like this on Bitcoin, correction here, then we get this one as a correction. Sorry, this is Monero. Then we'll be looking for this one to make a continuation to the upside. So we are going sideways. So when we're going sideways like this, that's a continuation pattern. So we'll be looking for this one to make a push to the upside, bit of a push to the upside, pull back before going to the upside. That is Monero. Tron looking very interesting. So there's a very clear flat correction here. So Tron may be continuing to the downside. And this is Tron versus BTC, by the way. So we'll be looking for this one to make a continuation to the downside, a bit of a push to the upside, and then downside on Tron. Dash. Bitcoin Dash, not Bitcoin Dash, this is Dash, excuse me, versus the US dollar. We've made this structure here. We may be making a continuation pattern to the upside here to make this flat correction. So watch out for this structure here for upside to make this flat correction here. All right, OMGUSD. OMGUSD, we've made a policy move. We've made 3 waves down, 3 waves up. Possibility that this is going to come down with another 3 waves and make another move. Eventually, this will make a 3-wave bigger corrective structure, and we're going to look for continuation to the downside. The same way we've seen these 3 waves pull back here, we're going to see something similar here, a bit bigger in degree, and then downside. Golem. Golem is showing a clear impulse to the upside, has not confirmed reversal as yet from this big corrective structure. So this, we'll be looking for this corrective structure here. So watch out for this to make a clear impulse here, make a clear correction before we get a move to the upside. So Golem actually looks very interesting. If we get a confirmation for upside, the next move will be to retest the previous high there. Binance. Binance is not clear. Let's have a look here on Binance. So Binance looks to be making a move with a leading diagonal, starting with a leading diagonal. If it's a leading diagonal, we're gonna see a corrective structure, and then we're gonna start looking for upside. Let's watch this one for upside. It's showing more upside than downside. So let's have a look at this one and how this one is gonna play. If you get a pullback here, take it up to the 50% of this whole move. That is Binance. And lastly, Link. Let's have a look at Link. Link is very clear. It's very clear. The overall structure on Link is very clear. It's 1, 2, 3 down. Now we're making this 1, 2 possibility. This one is going to take the top here. We're going to see another move, continuation to the downside in 3 waves like this. That will be a W, that will be a X, that will be a Y. For now, we're not too worried about this. We're looking for the next immediate move, which is upside continuation to the upside on Link. Thank you very much for watching. That's all I had for you this week. Trade responsibly. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you can get an alert next time we post. Your comments are appreciated, and thank you for watching. Cheers, everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.